Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour, and welcome back to another 1v1 replay cast. So today's a very special one. We've got ExCaL against SiZe. You will remember the Nuke Mirror tournament that happened. Big SiZe did win it pretty convincingly. I can't remember who did he face in the final. Was it Scuba in the final that he faced? Can't actually remember who was the final. I remember he beat Scuba, he beat Vivid, he basically beat everyone very, very convincingly. He also offers Boyko all the time. He offers him Nuke Mirror, and Boyko offers a GLA Mirror. But SiZe is SiZe is considered, I think, the king of the Nuke Mirror. Not only winning that tournament, but it's like his go-to matchup. He is always challenging anyone to a Nuke Mirror. He'll happily lay some money down on the ground. So today, yeah, we have ExCaL against SiZe. ExCaL, obviously the #1 player right now. He's beaten SiZe in a load of challenges lately, and yeah, SiZe obviously won the Nuke Mirror tournament. ExCaL hosted the Nuke Mirror tournament, and then ExCaL said that he would then challenge whoever won it. So really, it's to find out who is actually the proper champion of the Nuke Mirror. So this is one game from, I think they played like a best of 11 or a best of 13. And this is just one game. So it's on Desolated District. It is a very popular replay. It was voted as a Hall of Fame replay. So let's see how this one is gonna go. So we've got ExCaL going for 2 supplies and a war factory and a bunker, and he has gone for the oils. Now this looks awfully similar. I think ExCal's actually stolen this build order, or maybe it was just a known build order anyway. But I saw Big SiZe do this against Vivid. He did this exact same thing. Even the bunker is pretty much exactly in the same position, maybe a couple of centimeters out. Whereas Big SiZe has gone for the other build order, which is War Factory, Barracks, then a bunker, and then he's gone for a Helix. So as a few people have mentioned lately, there tends to be a few different build orders you can do in a Nuke Mirror. Some counter others and some don't counter others. So yeah, it's a very, very interesting matchup to watch and also to play in as well. Big SiZe tends to change it up pretty much every single time his Nuke Mirror. So he's gone for this pretty much full bunker here. He's done 5 tank enters inside of there, and then he's gone for the Helix. So this Battlemaster here will go down. ExCaL behind this has gone for both the oils now, and I mean, if he gets both of them oils, that straight away is looking really, really bad then for SiZe, because obviously the massive economic boost that you get from 2 oils is absolutely huge. And so many times in top level games, I mean, if you want to become good and take down some of the top players, I think quick oil builds and grabbing the oils fast in any type of game, whether it be GLA Mirror or whatever, tends to be you win a hell of a lot of games if you're taking them oils fast. But SiZe has gone for the faster Helix. ExCaL does have a Helix, but it is slower. Obviously, this Helix now is inside of ExCal's base already. Picks off one Battlemaster there, now picks off a GAT. And this Battlemaster and Helix combo now inside of ExCal's base is actually looking a little bit dangerous. I hope that's a GAT coming out for ExCaL. It is. But it goes directly underneath the Helix. SiZe messing around with his Helix a little bit there. Doesn't want to fly directly over the GAT. Wants to fly just a little bit to the side of it. He is now flying away, but he evacs. And the tank gunners actually do survive. ExCal's taking a lot of damage. You've got a few vetted units inside of there. The supply here is going to go down as well, but the Helix here for ExCaL is actually clearing up all of the units for SiZe, so a few Battlemasters there do go down. We've got a red guard in the base of SiZe, so SiZe now will be notified that the oils have been taken, because you don't have a red guard in your base with the capture upgrade if he hasn't got the oils, so maybe that's a bit of a giveaway there from ExCaL, but it is a bit of a scout as well. 2 trucks went down there, and it looks like a Doze is going to go down there as well, so this Helix from SiZe has actually achieved a hell of a lot. But ExCaL does have 2 Helixes out now himself, and he's sending a Dozer back down here to get that supply. But for now, yeah, he's only on 1 supply and 2 oils. So economically, technically, for now, SiZe is ahead. I think 3 oils is around about 1 supply. So SiZe being on 2 supplies does mean he's slightly ahead. But ExCaL now has 2 Helixes of his own. One of them has obviously got the speaker tower. One of them taking a little bit of damage already from these GATs here. Helix versus Helix. Both of ExCal's Helix is taking a little bit of damage. This one more so though, and it actually might go down here to the GATs, but the Battlemaster's there for ExCaL do manage to take out both GATs, but the Helix still flying around for SiZe. This is why it's such an interesting matchup, because like the Helix is obviously the counter to the Battlemasters, the GATs is obviously the counter to the Helix. And then obviously you can make more Battlemasters that counter the GATs, or you can go Overlords ECMs, which just counter everything. Flamers tend not to get a lot done because they are countered obviously by ECMs, Overlords, Helixes, Battlemasters, even GATs. If microed correctly can take them down. So yeah, Flamers tend to go down pretty quick. But he has killed that bottom right oil, and SiZe is stabilized now. He's cleared up everything inside of his base. He hasn't lost any dozers against ExCaL. That is definitely an achievement. Down in the bottom left, we've got ExCaL now healing his Helix, and his dozer is just kind of chilling, hiding. And he's going to go try get these middle buildings, so trying to get that oil and that repair bay. This flamer here has been spotted. As I said, it's pretty much countered by everything. But I mean, if it does get in and causes some damage, then it causes absolute devastation. So it is worth waypointing it around the map. Use the Alt key to waypoint things. SiZe has been notified now that these buildings are being captured, but he started to capture just as the Helixes are flying over. So now ExCaL knows there's a Lotus around. Big SiZe at the top left there, and he is killing this other oil of ExCaL's, but ExCaL doesn't really mind because he has now got these two buildings, which is pretty good, considering both players are still on 2 supplies. Got 3 Helixes here for ExCaL. To me, it is looking better for ExCaL right now. Big SiZe is obviously on a CC. He's approaching 3 stars, though. We've got these Gats chasing away these Helixes. We've got 3 Gats here now for SiZe. Going to chase this away. This is getting a free repair because he does obviously have that middle repair bay. SiZe is not allowing that for too long, though. He's capturing the repair bay back himself, and now ExCaL's capturing it back himself once again. Cool thing to do is actually just to shoot that because you get an instant 200 XP boost. Not a lot of people know that, but it gives you an extra 200. And I mean 200 compared to ExCaL's only got 900 himself now. 200 is actually a big boost on top of that when you think about how many units ExCaL's destroyed to try and get up to that 900. Big SiZe coming in with the Helixes, and he's got his Gats still chilling here. Takes a little bit of damage, but he is getting the free repair, obviously, because he captured that building. One Battlemaster coming forward for ExCaL, but I think that will really just go down for nothing. Maybe just trying to chip away the HP at these Gats. Big SiZe is just purely on Gats ECMs right now. No Battlemasters in this composition. That is not a mine drop or anything. That's actually the free Battlemaster he's got from that. And he's waypointed it into the middle of his base. So he's got a free Battlemaster. ExCaL right now does not have that building, despite him having many red guards. And he's also built a Lotus now. We've got artillery coming across the map for SiZe. Interesting note, I don't know if you're watching the XP there, is that the artillery does not actually give the XP when it kills things. So he just killed 2 buildings there and 2 trucks, did not get the XP for it. ExCaL's taking amazing damage. Just look at that. Killed the airfield, killed the supply, killed the 2 trucks, killing the power plant. Now killing the propaganda center, and ExCaL's coming in with the counterattack with the Helixes. Takes out 2 units here. Now going to go for the dozer, but he does have a CC to contend with. Big SiZe now losing the power plant of his own. Is this a base trade? ExCaL's got enough Gats, though, to defend against this. Big SiZe having to go back. ExCaL's working his way up to level 3. He's only, what, 27 XP points away. As soon as he kills that Gat. Yeah, he's basically level 3, and he does have a CC already, so artillery and carpet coming across. Big SiZe having to go back to his base with these 2 Helixes and all of these Gats. Will these Helixes escape? It looks like they will, actually. One very important upgrade to probably have at this point, when you've got this amount of money in the bank that both players do, is probably the chain gun, because the chain gun does, I think, 25% extra damage on the Gats, and when you've predominantly got Gats and ECMs, I think getting that extra 25% damage is worthwhile, because if you've got 4 Gats there, it's basically an extra +1 for free in terms of damage, isn't it? Wow. Oh man, we talk about bug abuse. Oh man, I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, so oil derrick in the middle there does go down. That building there, though, still remains. I mean, this Lotus. I don't even know if I should... Nah, I'm just not going to mention it. Not going to mention it. But basically, she shouldn't be able to go through buildings. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how... I don't know if he might have done it by accident. He might have done it by accident, but I think you can make that happen on purpose where you go through the building. And I suppose if you're capturing it from then inside the building, then the Helixes then... They won't be able to kill it as fast, maybe, and you also do splash damage to your own CC if it's captured from the middle of the building. But it was captured on the edge anyway, and it did capture CC regardless because there was no units nearby anyway. Okay, massive engagement now in the middle. Loads of Gats for ExCaL. No chain gun yet from either player. We've got artillery, and that is actually launched from ExCaL. Now, is that delayed? think that is delayed. Has he been waiting? Oh, but Big Size got the concave here and the superior numbers as well, just coming in. He also has, obviously, because he's got the repair bay, his units are all healing whilst they're fighting. Artillery came in, hits one of the war factories. SiZe obviously does have another one, and he's got a third supply. So, to me, it looks like economically, SiZe has always been slightly ahead. Because whilst ExCaL did have them oils, ooh, these helixes. Oh, man, that's a bad mistake there from ExCaL. Not worth it, obviously, just to kill the one truck. Is that all he killed? Yeah, one truck. Definitely not worth it. So, I think ExCaL might have not been paying attention for a sec or not realized that that amount of gats were there. But to me, yeah, it looks like economically, SiZe has always been ahead. Despite that oil boom in the beginning, as soon as he captured the oil, basically then he lost the supply. And then SiZe has always been on one extra supply. So he's always had either his two, and now he's expanded to a third, and he's got the repair base. So SiZe looks to me like he has always been ahead, apart from that 1 second or a few seconds where ExCaL did have both oils. So this Gatling defense is an interesting one. Pretty nice. I mean, if the composition is mainly just Gats. Battlemaster now coming in for Big Size. He is making use of that reinforcement pad, whereas ExCaL has not been able to use the reinforcement pad because he hasn't captured it. Is now expanding to a third supply. If we have a look how much cash he's got here, 13.8. Oh no, that's not his main, is it? Oh, that's his main. I mean, yeah, there's 13.8k still there while SiZe is mined out. That just shows you how long SiZe has actually been a supply ahead. Absolutely crazy. But these helix are still flying around. Does ExCaL have the subliminal messaging? Because he doesn't have a propaganda center right now. Helixes... Yeah, if you get the subliminal messaging, they do heal twice as fast. Then just with the normal speaker tower. We've got artillery now from Big Size. Does hit the supply and kills 2 trucks once again. And I mean, if we looked at 18 point something, 15 point something, and also if we looked at, whoa, nice mine drop. We looked at them crates. SiZe also mining more of them crates. He's always been economically ahead. SiZe's got a few units out of place here, I think. I don't know if the helixes are going to go in or not. I mean, they could probably go in and kill these, but it's not probably worth the damage. Not probably worth the damage as the helix will take, because then the helix will have to go and repair for ages. Seems to repair for ages when it's landed. Does need to be careful because he's about to run into a load of gats again. Does take out the outpost there. One tank hunter went down. The other one here will go down. This supply having to be rebuilt, but it's in a bit of a panicked position. It's not a perfect supply placement, so we will collect slowly from there, even though we will be back on it. SiZe still chilling here with the subliminal messaging. We've got ExCaL chilling with a load of Battlemasters and Gats. No chain gun. ExCaL spending all of his money and Big Size floating a little bit of cash. SiZe now has the chain gun. To me, yeah, it just looks like SiZe is like light years ahead. Whose Lotus is that, by the way? That's SiZe's Lotus. SiZe does have the mines on the CC, which is interesting, because then he'll be notified. He's got a Lotus chilling there as well, so yeah, that's interesting. Whoa, baby, carpet bomb. That caused some big damage. The Overlord obviously going down, the most expensive unit there, most valuable unit. So many units here now for ExCaL, and they can chase away these Gats. Helix is also coming in for ExCaL. Just wants to pick off that Battlemaster. But all of these Battlemasters now chasing these units with Big Size, and Big Size lost a load of units there. That carpet was really, really decent from ExCaL. It could have probably been a little bit better if SiZe's units positioned better. Probably could have annihilated everything. But he picked off what he needed to, and then in order to go and chase away with the Battlemasters. But SiZe is not interested in that. He's going in with a counter-attack. Once again, killing trucks, killing the supply. ExCaL is not on this supply. SiZe now on a nuke. We just seen it appear there. One helix has gone down now for ExCaL, and he's pushing in with this massive army. So nuke is up. New power plant is being dropped down. I probably would like to see the overdrive used, because then he could be back on full power. That could be counting down, and he could be building that faster. Not a lot of players use that, but ExCaL is really clearing up with this huge army here. There's not a lot SiZe can do about this. I mean, what can he do? Probably Nuke Mix is probably going to be the answer. I mean, Nuke Mix on there is going to be a highlight reel situation if he comes in and annihilates. Whoa, baby. Nuke Mix not even needed. Nuke Mix not even needed. We've got Gat coming in here now from Big Size, trying to take out this Helix. All the Gats here now for ExCaL are going down, and this ExCaL Helix really does need to run away. Did the nuke mix? No, they haven't fired. Oh, 2 Gats here chasing this away. This Helix is still running away, but these nuke MiGs, even without the upgrade, could have been used on that Helix and they could have gone down without being able to evac. So that's a mistake there from SiZe. He's going to lose this Gat as well, even though he's got chain gun. He's got some veterancy. Yes, that's a big mistake there from SiZe, but he is under a lot of pressure. Maybe he was... I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. But we did hear the cash hack come in from, I think, ExCaL. That must have been a nuke MiG. The nuke MiGs have fired. Oh yeah, he's lost the airfield, so he's probably reluctant to use them. But if he loses, then... Oh, SiZe, what are you doing, man? If we're talking Hall of Fame, can't be losing mistakes, doing mistakes like that. 2,800 lost there, is it? Or is it 16? Is it 1,600 a meg or 1,400 a meg? I can't even remember now. EMP comes in, disables the bunker, disables the supply, the barracks, and the CC. SiZe is currently... He is on power, actually. He's got both his power plants here. He's actually capturing the CC of ExCaL. ExCal's just used his support powers, though, but he does have another dozer building another CC. Big SiZe now capturing the supply, not going for the cash hack, which is interesting. And he's actually captured the supply. And Nuke MiG... What did that even shoot? Was that mine drop? And there's so much going on here. I mean, there's a plane here. This supply now belongs to SiZe. Battlemaster goes down to the mines. Wow, that Helix is lucky to be alive, but it is going to remain alive. SiZe now on, obviously, with the nuke MiGs. That's going to be probably really hard for ExCaL to come back from this now, because when the nuke MiGs are up, I mean, what can ExCaL make now that can't be countered by a nuke MiG? Pretty much, you need Overlord GCMs and a lot of them, with a few Gats mixed in. So to me, yeah, there's been quite a few mistakes here from... I want to say from ExCaL, it doesn't look as clean as his normal games are. Like when he flew over that mountain there with the helixes before and lost one helix, and like allowing his building to be captured there, things like that. It's not. Maybe he's just under a little bit of pressure. I think this was a longer set, and this was one of the mid games. And obviously, SiZe is an absolute animal. The nuke mirror. He definitely looks way ahead. He's still got that reinforcement pad. He's still got his nuke. I mean, in 2 minutes 50, he's going to be able to fire the nuke. He's got the nuke MiGs up now. I don't think there's anything ExCaL can do. I don't think... What can ExCaL literally... What can he do? The only thing I can think of is capturing the airfield whilst the MiGs are all landed. That's the only thing. Maybe a carpet bomb or artillery. But SiZe will probably know that's coming. He's still flying in with his helix, taking out the power. ExCaL's desperately trying to drop down another war factory, but that dozer's going to get picked off. This helix can't engage. I think this is GG. I think this is over. I don't think ExCaL can do it here. Barracks there gets taken out. ExCaL is just on a CC and the supplies. Collecting with 3 trucks with the perfect supply placement, by the way. Nuke MiG's coming in, and that helix is gone. I think he'd already evac though. Had already evac. SiZe is still getting 3 Battlemasters, by the way, from that reinforcement pad. Helix comes in, clearing up this, and all the support powers coming in. This is like clinical from SiZe. Absolute decimation. What an amazing game.
Victorious.
What an amazing game. Because ExCaL is super, super good in nuke mirrors. It just shows you how good actually SiZe really is. What an absolutely epic game. There was a few mistakes in there. I know maybe I overdid it by saying there's loads of mistakes. Just a few mistakes was like selling this, not selling the supply. ExCaL like threw away 1 helix, I suppose. There was just a couple of things like that, I think. Stepping on the mines when you just saw him land. ExCaL not getting his reinforcement pad. But yeah, when you're under a lot of pressure and you're in a set, I think this was sponsored. I think it was a sponsored set by Hepsi when there's money on the line and stuff like that, and there's people watching. Then, of course, then yeah, there's going to be a couple of mistakes. You can't say everyone's going to be godlike performance. Definitely a lot better than my nuke mirror, that is for sure. So yeah, 2 epic players. 1 epic game. Units destroyed, actually almost identical. Interestingly, more units lost for ExCaL. I think that's like where the radiation doesn't count as kills for you, but it actually does kill the enemy. I think things like that, or maybe splash damage from your own units and stuff like that. Yeah, a little bit weird. But yeah, so you can see SiZe's economy. I told you from the beginning, even though ExCaL did have both of them oils, ExCaL was always at least one supply down because SiZe was just coming in taking out the supplies. So yeah, for me, SiZe looked ahead from kind of the midpoint and did close it out like kind of clinically. Yeah, a couple of mistakes here and there, but ultimately what an epic game. So yeah, GG, well played to both players, and see you in the next one.